In this example, we want to find solutions to the radical equation x minus 1 equals the square root of 4x plus 13 minus 3. Now, what makes this problem different than the ones we were doing before? Notice that we have minus 3 on the side with the square root, but it's not under the square root. So if we square both sides of the equation, we have to square the entire right-hand side. We don't get to square the square root of 4x plus 13 by itself. We'll have to distribute the right-hand side, and it becomes a huge mess. If you'd like to see this mess squared out, you can click the link to the right now. Since we can only square an entire side, let's make one side the square root of 4x plus 13, which we can do by adding 3 to both sides. This gives us x minus 1 plus 3 equals the square root of 4x plus 13 minus 3 plus 3. But minus 3 plus 3 is just 0, so the right-hand side is the square root of 4x plus 13. While on the left, negative 1 plus 3 is 2, so we have x plus 2. Now we need to find the solutions to x plus 2 equals the square root of 4x plus 13. And this is similar to the problems that we did before. To find the solutions to x plus 2 equals the square root of 4x plus 13, we need to square both sides, giving us x plus 2 squared equals the square root of 4x plus 13 squared. On the left, we need to square out the polynomial, which gives us x squared plus 4x plus 2. If you'd like to see the steps of this polynomial being squared out, you can click the purple link above. On the right-hand side, we have the square root of 4x plus 13 squared. But the squaring will undo the square root, so we're left with 4x plus 13. So we have the equation x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 4x plus 13. Now, since we have a quadratic, it's best to get 0 on one side, which we can do by subtracting 4x plus 13 from both sides. This gives us x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 4x plus 13 equals 4x plus 13 minus 4x plus 13, which is just 0 on the right, and on the left we have x squared plus 4x minus 4x, which is 0, plus 4 minus 13, which is minus 9. Now we need to solve the quadratic x squared minus 9 equals 0. And we can solve this for x to get that x equals negative 3 or 3. But remember, we need to check our solutions in the equation before we squared both sides. Checking x equals negative 3, we have that the left-hand side is negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1. While on the right-hand side, we have the square root of 4 times negative 3 plus 13, which is the square root of negative 12 plus 13, or the square root of 1, which is just 1. Since negative 1 is not equal to 1, we get that x equals negative 3 is not a solution to our equation. What about x equals 3? On the left-hand side, we have 3 plus 2, which is 5, while on the right-hand side, we have the square root of 4 times 3 plus 13, which is the square root of 12 plus 13, or the square root of 25. This is 5. And since our left-hand side does equal our right-hand side when x equals 3, we can conclude that x equals 3 is a solution.